Good morning, and welcome to Forsyth County's edition of HGTV's Fixer Upper, Property Brothers, and Extreme Makeover. This is what's happened at Sawnee Mountain Park. And as your Parks and Recreation Director, I'm honored to be here to celebrate this investment that the county's made and turn this park back over to the citizens of Forsyth County. Parks and Recreation is very important to the quality of life for the citizens of Forsyth County. It takes the support of many people to sustain the quality of life we have here. And I'd like to thank the county commissioners, the Forsyth County management team, and the many professional and dedicated Parks and Recreation staff that we have that work in our parks daily. And we thank you, Forsyth County, for investing in our parks. As far as the renovation of the park goes, this was a team effort. We had many people that were with us through this entire process, and I want to recognize a few people for their contributions. First, every great project starts with an architect or an engineer, and Robertson Loea Roof was the company that we chose for this project, and Christian Caston is here today. He was our building architects and project manager for the design of the park. Christian, excellent job, thank you. Our general contractor was Buildline, and Serkan Saglam is the project manager, and Omar Barako. Omar's here. Omar, thank you. They were out here every day working on this park, coordinating all the subcontractors, and you did an excellent job. The work looks wonderful. James Weldon, I'm not sure if he's here today, but he's from our Capital Projects Division, and he was the leader of the county that coordinated all the efforts and got us through. As far as the design team for the project, we had some Parks and Recreation staff that spent a lot of time through the design and the many project meetings we had out here. I'd like to recognize Tommy Bruce, our Deputy Director of the Parks, Laura Pate, Deputy Director of Recreation, Wayne Maddox, our Athletic Manager, and Billy White, our Park Operations Manager. And then we had the staff that maintains the park on a day-to-day basis, and our staff here in this area, in this park, worked really hard not only to maintain this park on a day-to-day basis, but to do some projects to supplement what you've seen as far as our landscaping goes, and pruning, and everything looks wonderful today, and I'd like to recognize them. Our Park Operations Supervisor for the West Region here, Brandon Martin. I think Brandon's. Our Sawnee Mountain Park crew leader, Bob Brady. Is Bob here? I thought he was running around on a gator here a second ago. And then our two staff that work with Bob, Blake Samples and Henry Stahl. All right, let's talk about the park itself and what happened at Sawnee Mountain Park. This was a $3 million renovation. And I'll go through the park real quickly and tell you what happened with $3 million. First of all, we have several buildings that are part of this park. The one that you see right in front of you here at every complex, tennis and football. And these buildings were completely gutted inside and out. And so what you see now is a new external and new interior with new fixtures all throughout. And the buildings look wonderful. All the baseball fields, they have new surfacing and new laser grading. Over the years, you mix red clay, sand, conditioner, and you just keep turning it over, and you put turfus in to make it dry, and it gets a little old and stale. And so we removed the dirt, and we have new red clay dirt, and we'll be able to work them and have new infield surface. Our tennis courts down here, these are what you call old style tennis courts. They had the lights in the middle of them. How many times you see tennis courts built anymore with lights in the middle of them? These courts right now, they received a full crack repair and a full acrylic surfacing and new lights on them. So we have a brand new tennis complex. We have ADA access now. All of our, you see many patches here in the concrete, and eventually that'll work to look the same. But all of the networking of sidewalks through this park now are all ADA accessible. The parking lot was resurfaced and striped. Our playground. Down here, we have a new playground in a new location. It is fully handicap accessible and very inclusive. And I would like to thank Play South and Malcolm Hammonds as far as installing that playground. and a committee of staff, Carrie Toth, Jeff Jones, Tim Evans, and Richie Anderson joined me on the staff as far as the selection of the playground. So it turned out wonderful. Next to the playground is supposed to be a picnic shelter. And I want to point that out because of all the construction projects we deal with today, we are dealing with the supply chain issues across America. And picnic shelters, the steel ones that we use, are where we're getting hit the hardest. This structure that we have here was actually ordered on June the 2nd. And when we ordered it, they said it would be here in 12 weeks. And then it was 25 weeks. And now it's 36 weeks. And the manufacturers are just having a hard time getting steel. And once they get steel, they have to have the powder-coated paint. And we're just waiting on that. So we're not going to delay the park opening. But as soon as that shelter comes in, our construction crew here, the footings are already poured. That picnic pavilion will be erected. So we're waiting any day now for it to arrive. And then finally, one major improvement that was made to this park, it's the first park that we have the new Musco LED lighting that is put in place here. As you can see above us here, the fixtures are small, very efficient, and it replaces an old Hubble unit that had been here 25 years that used a whole lot of energy, required a whole lot of repair, and had a whole lot of light spillage. This new Musco product now is very energy efficient. It puts the light, a lot of bright light directly on the field, and we don't have a whole lot of spillage. And I would like to recognize Rob Staples from Musco, who was our supplier and worked with us to get this new lighting system put in. Hopefully over time we'll be able to incorporate this through many of our parks in our system. But right now Sawnee Mountain Park has state-of-the-art lighting. And then while this construction project ends and we open this park, we continue to maintain this park and do projects. And in 2022, out of our capital replacement budget, we will be painting the community building located in front of the park. It'll look exactly like the buildings we have now. And also the field that's on the right side, the synthetic turf field, it is in line for new synthetic turf replacement. And so we will continue that throughout the year here. So with that being said, that is our project. Our buildings are open. Afterwards, if you'd like to take a walk and look at the new beautiful playground we have, or any of the complexes, it's wide open. I invite you to go upstairs in the score tower here and see what everything looks like in there. So happy to finish this project, open it back open to the public. And next I would like to introduce Commissioner Molly Cooper from District 1. This is her district. She was here for the first meeting of it all, and I'm excited she can be here with us today to cut this ribbon. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Ooh, Jim, you're so tall. Good morning, everyone. I am so excited about this. This park had needed these renovations for a long time. And as Jim has said, a long time coming, and that's the truth. And we have added quite a bit to it. We're so excited. And the growth in this area is imminent because the west side has still got a lot of area for growth. Therefore, it's going to be coming in, and this park is going to be much more relevant than it has been in the past. And one of the new things that we've added, which have been numerous things, but one of them that we're so proud of, and Jim touched upon it, is our playground. You need to go over and see it. And Jim has been such a champion of our playgrounds, including our special needs kids. So you don't have any children that are left out in the dark while they're watching somebody else play. And that was something that I said Jim does champion it throughout all of Forsyth County parks. And just a little bit of stats for you. 1 out of 5 children have some kind of disability. So the population is more than we realize unless you yourself have come in contact with a special needs child or you have a special needs child. And our parks are truly something that is of a cultural mix. So there is no exclusion whatsoever in our parks, as well as Forsyth County. But our parks do try to meet the needs of everyone as far as the park facilities go and the amenities to it. And one of the things that is not just the playground, we've also made the park ADA accessible. that is so important also, because that changes pretty much from year to year, and we've done our best to bring this park up to date and up to snuff as far as the ADA regulations go. Now, I don't think that this park could have been done if it were not for the residents of Forsyth County, because the residents did vote in SPLOST 8, and as part of SPLOST 8 was our park improvements. And without that, of course, we would be limited as to where our kids can play sports. So that was so fundamental in the SPLOST 8 and so fundamental that our residents did vote it in. And lastly, to our residents here in Forsyth County, thank you for your patience and your understanding over the past few months, because it's all been in the middle of being renovated and been a mess. But we've got that mess now ready to present it to the public. And the construction period is presentable, but it's not over. It's never over, because you always have touch-ups that you do. But it has officially reopened to the public. We invite everyone to come out here and enjoy our Sawnee Mountain Park. Thank you. This time is now called our recently elected chairman, Alfred John.
Thank you, Commissioner Cooper. Before I begin, I want to thank everyone that was involved in this project. Sawnee Mountain Park is a shining example of how wonderful the park and rec amenities are here in this county. Just from a personal perspective, well over a decade ago, I used to bring my son here for lacrosse games, and I used to remember how small it used to be, and how we used to compete for space with the football teams. And so now to see it, grow and expand, get a well-deserved refresh, it's really exciting to see one more park project being completed. It's truly an honor to serve a county that takes such value in what a park can mean to the community. Sure, parks provide a place for our children to play, for us to take a walk, or just pause to reflect on nature. But the overall impact parks have goes much, much deeper. So many of you have heard the term of live, work, play, and people are looking for opportunities like that. Not just a home or a subdivision to live in, but also have a larger place or a larger sense of community. Did you know that parks improve the local tax base and increase property values? They provide countless job opportunities for their communities. They're cited as one of the top factors for businesses when discussing where to locate. And we have done a great job with that with 25 parks around the county, and still growing. A surprising statistic is parks are linked to reductions in crime, not a growth in crime. A study by Penn State recently showed significant correlations in lowered stress and blood pressure to frequent visits in parks. We would have seen that in the last 2 years with COVID, how many people were clamoring to be in parks. So during the short period of time when we had to close parks, we know that a lot of folks, a lot of residents wanted the parks to be reopened. Our amazing parks here in Forsyth County are wonderful resources for all of us to enjoy, but their impact on our communities clearly goes much, much deeper than that. Our parks are the hearts of our communities, bringing people of different backgrounds, races, religions, and cultures together. I can give you a perfect example of that. You go to a dog park and you'll see people with 20, 30 dogs, and the dogs are off playing by themselves, and the people are gathering together, talking, mixing, mingling. People that otherwise might not get to know one another can create bonds because their children play on the same baseball team on the fields, or they take the same aerobics classes. The reasons why parks are important to a community are endless, and having world-class facilities like this, as we have in our own backyards, help contribute to making Forsyth County Georgia's best county to live, work, and play. Once again, I want to thank all the staff, all the contractors, the different project managers, the parks board members, all of them who are involved in this, and especially Commissioner Cooper, who truly has a passion for parks, whether it's Sawnee Preserve or Sawnee Mountain Park. Her her deep care and love for the county is well evident in her comments earlier. Thank you all.
With that being said, let's go ahead and cut the ribbon and open the park to the public.